our main focus right now should be on this national health care, because Obama has said that he wants something on his desk before the legislature recesses in August. He said, I might not get all I want, but I want a bill. The danger in this, he gets a bill, and they can amend it and hone it and add to and get what they want. And if there's any country that has national health care that is proud of it, I'd like for someone to tell me what country that is. And we have a country here that other people come to. We have wonderful medical facilities. And I saw in the paper this morning where he was going to cut hospital funds, $200 billion. So even if you keep your health care, the hospitals won't be what they were before. This is, I would ask each one of you to write a letter to the editor about national health care. Now, I know I've heard comments about, well, I've never written a letter to the editor. Well, there's a first time for everything, and this should be done. And I hope that by our meeting, the 20th of July, which will be the third Monday of each month, and the next one will be the 20th, that we can, somebody can show where they had a letter to the editor. They ask you to be as short and concise as you can, and if you write one, put your own heading on there. If you don't put it on there, they'll put something on there. And they also ask you to put your telephone number at the bottom for verification. Now, I don't know if anybody writes a letter to the editor and signs someone else's name, but anyway, that is what they ask you to do. The other thing, we have a list of the legislatures. Does everybody have that list? It lists the White House, the President, the Vice President, Nancy Pelosi, our congressmen, and our senators. And I put old Harry Reid on there. And that's how I feel about him. I had a letter from the Heritage Foundation. That's one of our good organizations, and I belong to it. And in a letter I received from them, that it said, no matter how discouraging the liberal activism in Washington might be, it does not reflect the views of most ordinary Americans. There are growing signs that these people aren't about to support the liberal agenda. And he gave a couple of examples. Over the past few months in cities across the nation, Americans have been spontaneously turning out by the thousands to participate in Tea Party protests. Okay, Carol, give us a report on the Tea Party.
We got up a Tea Party on April the 15th, tax day, and it was kind of late happening, and so I ended up doing most of it, but I had quite a bit of help from Laquita Jennings and Marcia Groves, and this time I've got help from another couple, Levada and Monty Burke. So there are kind of 5 of us doing this, coordinating this time, and this one is scheduled for, in most cities, July the 4th, but here we're scheduling it for July the 3rd this time, and they're calling it American Freedom Day Tea Party, and TEA, as you know, is taxed enough already. And that's just the minimum of what this Tea Party says, that we're taxed enough already with. There's so many issues that come up, but we do try to more or less keep it in the area of the taxing, the spending, the borrowing, the terrible deficits that we're creating, and in that area. But this time I'm sure there will be a lot said about the health care situation, because that is what's on the table pretty quickly here, and of course it involves a lot of money. And so we are really excited about our second one. American Family Association has called for us to double these tea parties. And you know, it is just an opportunity for us to really plumb the depths of the silent majority. We have been very silent, and we need to learn how to use our voice. We need to learn how to get out and exercise our First Amendment rights, speak up and say what's on our minds, and not be afraid to be out in public with it. And this is giving us that opportunity, and it's just really exciting how God has touched these tea parties. They had, at least 4 times as many as they expected at nearly every tea party in the nation, and sometimes far in excess of that, thousands and thousands in San Antonio, in Chicago, in LA, and Florida, just thousands and thousands of people. So we're hoping to have an even bigger tea party this time. Last time we were surprised, we had about 400 people. There were 386 names on a petition. And this time we're excited that Ralph Hall has agreed to come, and that our state senator, Bob Deuel, is also coming. And we still have a line out to the governor, and we're just hoping that he's going to come. We heard that he broke his collarbone, and I don't know how that's going to affect things, but he hasn't told us no yet. So we're still waiting to hear from him, and Senator Deuel has a fabulous Dixieland band, so ladies, pray that Dixieland band down on us for July the 3rd. We really like to see every one of you out there, and please, between now and July the 3rd, tell everybody you know. Email your whole list and just say, this is something you need to do. You need to come out and welcome the congressman. You need to come out and welcome our state senator. And you need to come out and hear some great music. We've got Lisa Pruce singing again, and Cheryl Mossick, and Bradley Edge, and maybe that band. So I don't know for sure who all's coming. But come out on the 3rd of July, 6:30 till whenever we finish. And last time we were limited to the lunch hour, so we put it in the evening this time, so we can just go on as long as we want to. And please come out and tell all your friends. And we have signs. If you want to make your own sign, we encourage you to do that. That's your First Amendment right. Say what you want to say and put it on a sign. But she's got slogans here. And if any of you want to help us make some more signs, please let us know. We'll sign you up to make signs, and Laquita very sweetly has offered to put the sticks on the back for you. So when you finish your signs, we can get them from you, and Laquita will put the sticks on so they'll hold up better. Yes, question? It's on the square downtown in front of the courthouse at 6:30 p.m. on the 3rd. Yes. Beg your pardon? Well, we would love to, and we will, notify them. We're kind of waiting on this word about the band and about the governor so that we can tell them everything at once when we call. But we're hoping that maybe some of the TV channels will come out. And, of course, we had Brad Bradford out there last time, and he's very interested, very supportive, and I imagine he'll be out again, bless his heart. He's 80 years old, and the newspaper has been very gracious this time and already given us one front page article. So anyway, if you will help us with posters, please let us know. A lot of people took them home with them last time, so we don't have quite enough. And also, if you would be willing to pass out flyers, let us sign you up for that, and when we get all of our info and get them printed out, then we will call you. So if you'll come over to Marcia and give her your name to do anything like that you'd be willing to do for this tea party, we would certainly appreciate it. I think it's going to be a good time. I think it's going to be a 4th of July celebration as well as a good rally and a good protest. So please come. Oh, yes, Laquita's reminding me. We have pins like this one you see on me. We are TEA'd, T-E-A apostrophe D. Taxed enough already and a little bit mad. So just pick up a pen if you want to help us, and if you want to just getting the word out is the biggest thing. You know, we got to have posters, we got to get the flyers out, but we've got to get the word out and get the people there. Tell every one of your friends, just don't stop talking about it between now and July the 3rd, because we want everybody to know and we want everybody to come. And thank you so much.